y'all, Michelle Martin with Ag on Wheels. Today, we find ourselves in Reedley, California at Family Tree Farms, and we're gonna show you where all your stone fruit comes from. So let's go learn about those peaches, nectarines, blueberries, apricots, and so much more. David, every family has a rock, and you're that rock. You're where this family started.
Really, when I think about it, it's my father that was the rock. He was a 7th generation farmer. If I'm the rock of Family Tree Farms, 2 of my sons, Rick and Daniel, and my son-in-law, Andy Muxlow, came together in the year 2000 and started to, let's as a family, let's come together and grow fruit together. So we started stone fruit, peaches, plums, nectarines, apricots, and cherries. It's just something special to be able to come out on soil and put a seed or a plant in the ground where there's nothing, and then grow it and take care of it and nurture it and prune it and thin it, and then you get this wonderful, nutritious food. So farming to me is very, very exciting, and I'm really thankful to have that opportunity and to have the opportunity to start with Family Tree Farms.
Daniel, so you're a 2nd generation to this company. Tell me a little bit about where y'all are today and what do we have here?
Yeah, so been on the farm all my life, and I'm the youngest son of David. I am the 2nd generation here at Family Tree Farms. We currently, our base is here in Central California, where we grow about 5,000 acres of tree fruit. And Family Tree Farms, for about the last 20 years, has had also an international focus, where we've started to look outside this breadbasket of the world called the San Joaquin Valley and gone out to different areas like Mexico, Peru, South Africa.
What does that offer to this company? Why are we going outside the US?
Well, it's real important as a mature farming operation and a marketing company and a packing company to have consistency of volume all the way throughout all 52 weeks. So we're not just selling our retail partners during May through September. We're also taking on those fall months, the winter months, and the spring months, and able to offer every day of the year instead of just a particular time. So that really opened up a great window for us as a company.
Has there ever been an area, let's say for example, Peru, that has never had a blueberry, and you're gonna be the first one there to grow that crop?
Some areas that we went to, they didn't even have a word for a blueberry. They didn't know what a blueberry was. So you're introducing it not only as a product that's being farmed in that area, it's also a new product that people are eating. So you're expanding the market around the world, and we are able to sell to some local markets. We are able to introduce blueberries and those types of commodities and the other berries into these locations. People are able to try it, and now they're really experiencing this healthy, tasty treat. And it grows your market for who is consuming those products.
Okay, Andy,
Yes.
So we're talking family-ran businesses, and there's a lot of them out there. And y'all are unique in the fact that your family is so large. Explain to me what each generation is responsible for.
How it kind of is organized is each of us have our own individual farms here in California. So there's some autonomy within that, within family structures. Then we come together under the banner of Family Tree Farms, all as owners of our packing and our sales, and then our international pursuits, like Daniel mentioned, in Mexico and Peru. So David Jackson's my father-in-law, married his only daughter, Becky, in 1997. Yes, got married, and I had already been working on the farm with them for a number of summers. And so yeah, super thankful to just be a part of the family and be a part of just the tradition of farming in this family. And really just to look at that from a much deeper perspective, that we're here to steward God's land and to be able to bless families across the entire world with great and healthy fruit is really fun to be a part of.
Jet, you have a big family. So Off the farm, I'm sure y'all all talk all the time, but on the farm, y'all talk. And you seem like quite the overachiever. Graduated from Auburn in 3 years, came back, and now you have a really important job. So what is it that you do? Tell people at home.
A big part of my job is communicating between what's going on at the farm and also what we're doing at the packing shed and the sales. So I'm constantly on the phone out here in the field, but then talking to salesmen, them saying, we need plum orders or white peach orders. What do you think's going on at the farm? At the end of the day, the farm has to get picked. So regardless of what sales needs, what we have on the farm has to go into the packing shed. So then the other leg is talking to the packing shed, making sure that they know what's coming up. So talking a lot of projections, saying, hey, just so you know, in 2 weeks or in 10 days, we're gonna have X amount of volume coming in. Make sure you coordinate with the packers and how much trucks are coming in.
Right.
So a lot of communication, talking to different people, making sure we're all on the same page.
I'm Ty Muxlow. I am my dad's ranch manager.
So this here and this here is really important.
Yes.
This more so for short people like me. But explain to us what they do.
Yeah, so this is what we call a sizing ring. Each of these sizing rings goes down 1/8 of an inch. This difference between one size can be the difference between the farm making money and losing money. So these are very, very important for us to have.
What's the ideal size?
The ideal size, this last ring right here, the biggest ring.
All right. And so this here, this just can I grab this one?
Yeah, grab it.
So the top is ready. So, look how easy that is,
Yeah.
folks. I need this for everything and everyday use. Like really.
Yeah.
I'm Troy Jackson, and I'm a farm manager. So anything that the crew's involved with, thinning, picking, and harvesting,
Okay.
that's my job. So I coordinate my guys every day, and then I have guys underneath me that are more boots on the ground a little bit more than me and checking and walking the crews. And I'm just more a little bit bigger picture and making sure everyone's in the right location.
Tell me a little bit about the harvesting process here.
With the peach, nectarine, apricot, stone fruit in general, the first pick, we come in, pick the tops of the tree, and then we slowly, on our next pick, on our next pass, we'll pick the top again, and then on the outside of the bottom of the tree. And then on that third pick or so, we're stripping the tops, coming in the bottom, picking a little harder, and then we'll come in on our last pick, and they're cleaning pretty much everything off the tree on that pick.
How many can they harvest a day? Per person, let's say.
Yeah, probably on average about a pallet and a half. You can see the totes that they're picking in.
Yes.
So that's about 60 totes per person per day.
Wow, that's a lot. That is a lot of plum cots, you guys. It's great. I'm awful. She's the master at this. I'm not the best. Okay, Grant, you have a super important job. As we all know, consumers want their produce and their fruit to look perfect.
Yes.
That's your job.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
So I'm in charge of all the trucking to get fruit from the field into the packing shed. We have trucks specially built with the curtains so we could easily open and close them. Air ride suspension on all the trucks. And so right here we have one of our totes. And in this in particularly, we have this blue tray. This is coming from the field. Each piece is individually hand-picked and placed in these trays and not rubbing up against each other, because when we get that rub, it creates that bruising, and that's where we get some of our issues later down the road once it ends up in the stores.
It's all for you guys at home.
Oh yes.
He's the man. All right, Coleman. So I think a common misconception is that fruit, produce goes from the field straight to the consumer. That is not the case. We actually are standing from a packing facility. What goes on here? Because there's a lot of moving parts before it gets into the consumer's hands.
Yeah, so this is the #1 place that we process fruit. And a lot what you're gonna have is we're grading fruit, so 1, 2s, and then a lot of culls. So anything that's mechanically just not right, we'll do a #2 or even cull it. So farmers, you can lose a lot of money or make a lot of money in the packing shed. So there's thousands of people here that are packing this facility today. Processing round at this location today is probably 1.2 million pounds.
We'll see who can do 5 boxes the fastest.
I like to kind of shoot a few hoots before I go to it, so I'm still warming up too.
Alrighty, you guys ready?
Ready.
Alright, 3, 2,
Don't cheat.
1, go!
I've been training for this moment for years.
For years.
I wake up and I think about fruit. When I go to bed at night, I think about fruit. That's why I've already done 2 and she's done 1. There's number 3 right here. Should I do my victory lap?
Yeah.
All I have to say is I have a really good teacher. She's here right now, and we've learned a lot in the last 5 minutes. And we're done.
You should already know. So you love to farm. I can tell by the way that you're speaking to me, and you love your family. But it is getting increasingly difficult to remain in agriculture right now. So what keeps you putting your 2 feet on the ground every morning and coming out here and continuing to do what you do?
I think our name, Family Tree Farms, is part of that. You know, you can travel any place in the world, you can see great things, you can look forward to every morning, but if you're not sharing it with someone that you love, and especially your family, it really becomes something all for naught. So we're thankful for the opportunity that they can farm, that they can take care of their family, and we can still stay together. And really, the way I have worked it is that each one of my grandchildren, each one of my sons, my son-in-law, they have their own land. They have their own farm. They do all their own farming. We come together in Family Tree Farms to pack and to market. And then our international growing of blueberries around the world, we come together and do that together. So it's been a great relationship, and we have 21 grandchildren and 38.
Correction.
Yeah.
You have 22 grandchildren because you adopted me
There
yesterday.
you go. That's right. That's part of it.
You just got a bonus grandchild.
Come on home. Yeah. And then we have 38 great-grandchildren. So, you know, Grandma and Grandpa, we get to still do what we love, and we get to be around our family. And again, I think to answer your question is the Family Tree Farms is really a family out here growing food, making a living.
Your family is obviously very strong in their faith, and I always say it takes faith to farm. How do you implement your faith into your business?
Well, I consider farming, growing food for people, a very, very high calling. In fact, I take it back to the first book in the Bible, Genesis, when God created the heavens and the earth and everything on it. And then he created man, and from man he created woman. And then he gave man dominion over all of the animals. And then he said this, subdue the earth so that man might have food. That's what we do. That's what we have the opportunity to do, is to provide food for man. The first book in the Bible, the first commandment, say, go out there and grow food. One of the 4 elements of life, by the way, air, water, food, and shelter. And we have the opportunity as farmers to grow food. And it's a delight to come up every morning, to be out in agriculture, in the air, in the sunlight, and to watch things grow. I just love doing it, and we're very thankful to have the opportunity.
Well, we're so thankful to have you grow food and provide for us, because I do think that there's such a disconnect in today's world between agriculture and the normal consumer. We tend to forget that agriculture plays a part in every little thing that we do, from the clothes that we're wearing to the chairs that we sit on to the food that we eat.
I would like to close that gap, that there are real people you know, moms and dads and grandchildren that are farming and working to grow that food and the fiber and everything. I'd love to close that gap, because when people go to the grocery store, they need to know that there's been a lot of work to put that there in the grocery store for them to buy that perfect piece of fruit. Thank you for sharing with people what we do out here on the farm.
And for those at home who may be watching, if you ever think that farmers and ranchers are against you, here's living proof that they are not. They are for you.
Let's go.
Well, guys, it's been a sweet time. It has been nothing short of amazing. I wish I could show you more, but we got a next location to go to. So make sure you look for Family Tree Farms at your grocery store and enjoy yourself a sweet treat. God bless. Where will I be next?